to our channel, Cooking with Babes Abroad. My name is Tayla, and today I'm going to show you guys how we make bunny chows. It's a South African dish, and if you don't know what a bunny chow is, it's literally curry in a bread bowl. So I'm going to show you guys how we make it the Durban style, so stay tuned.
So I'm going to start by adding 7 cardamom pods, 1 star anise, 5 cloves, and a tablespoon of black mustard seeds to a pan with no oil, and I'm going to fry that for 5 minutes just to get all of those aromas coming together. And then I'm going to add it into a blender and let all of those spices blend together so we can get a nice fine spice like this, and we're going to set that aside for use later on. Now I'm adding a kilo of beef cubes into a pot with a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of turmeric powder, and also 1 cup of warm water. And we are just going to mix this and allow it to simmer for 10 minutes just so we can extract all the flavor out of the beef bones, so we can form a nice broth. So this is what it looks like after 10 minutes. So give it a nice stir, and then I'm just going to remove the beef cubes from the pot. And I'm also setting aside the beef stock that we have made. So now I'm frying half a chopped red onion in 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm just going to let that saute until the onion has become translucent and a little bit soft. And to that I'm going to add also 2 bay leaves. So just make sure those 2 saute for 3 to 5 minutes until the bay leaf is a little bit soft, and then we're going in with 3 chopped green chilies, 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste, and we're going to give that a nice mix just so all of those flavors can combine nicely. Now I'm going back in with the beef cubes, and I'm just going to fry that with the onions for 5 minutes. And I've added another tablespoon of turmeric powder just for color. Now I'm adding the spice that we made earlier on to the beef cubes, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, and also a tablespoon of coriander powder. And again, we're just going to give that a nice mix, and we're also going to let it fry. Do not add any water because we want to get as much flavor out of these beef cubes as possible. Now I'm going in with 1 tin crushed tomatoes, and I'm just going to give that a mixture. Durban curries are normally reddish in color, so this is because of the tin tomato and also the mix of the turmeric powder. So you can see how nice that color already looks. So now I'm going in with about a cup of frozen pea and corn mixture, and this is totally optional, guys, but I really love this mix in most of my curries. It just adds another layer of flavor to your curry. And yeah, so I've added that, and then to this I'm also going to add our stock that we made earlier on and a cup of warm water also, and we're going to mix that up and just allow for all the flavors to come together. And also please make sure to taste your dish as you're going along. So I've added more salt because I needed more salt, and a little bit of garam masala, which is basically a spice that we use in most of our curries. And then lastly I'm adding 1 potato cubed. A lot of people don't really enjoy potatoes in their stews, but what is a bunny chow without potato? So I'm just mixing that up, and we're just going to make sure that the potato softens up a little bit, not too much because we don't want a mushy dish. And then once your potatoes have softened up, I'm going in lastly with some fresh coriander. You can add cilantro, but my preference is fresh coriander because it's just a unique flavor that I enjoy a lot. And yeah, that's basically our curry, guys. This is what it is. Make sure you have a nice stew with enough sauce. You don't want it too dry, but you also don't want your curry too saucy. And that is it for our curry. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make the salsa, which we're going to pair with our dish just for the freshness. It basically acts like a palate cleanser. So I've chopped 2 tomatoes, and I've chopped half a red onion, also half a chopped cucumber, and about a cup of mixed capsicum, red, green and yellow pepper, and then half a cup of chopped fresh coriander. And to bring the sweet and sour part to this dish, I'm just going to add 4 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. We're just going to mix that up, and yeah, the sugar acts obviously as the sweetness, and the vinegar brings the sourness, and that just gives the nice tangy flavor to the salsa. And it really helps because the curry can be very strong at times, or the flavor can be overpowerful. So this would just be the perfect side dish to have with it. And just look at that nice color, guys. Crunchy and fresh. Now we're going to just cut 1 whole loaf of bread into 3, and this is going to act as your dish. So we're just going to make sure to cut the middle part of your loaf out so we can have a nice hollow center, because that is going to be where you will be dishing your curry into. So make sure you get a nice hole in the middle. Don't discard of the bread that you're taking out, because you're going to be eating this bread also. So look at the nice sized hole that I got. Now I'm just going to dish the curry in there. Also, do not add too much, because you know the bread can become soggy and your whole bunny chow will just fall apart. But make sure you get enough sauce, enough meat, and enough veg in there. And just look at the steam coming out, guys. This really looks delicious, even if I have to say so myself. And to that I'm going to add my salsa. So this is the final product, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's super easy to make if you have the right spices. So yeah, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more